True postpartum psychosis, again, is very rare and is about 1 in 1,000. So, knowing that you've been working with clients for 20 plus years, it makes sense to me you've seen some cases of psychosis.
I've
But
only literally seen 2 in, like,
okay,
23 years.
okay, that's really rare, right? I see them a little bit more frequently only because they get funneled to me from psychiatrists or some of the hospital programs I work with. But again, it's very rare. More frequently, you've got a bipolar episode that maybe wasn't diagnosed. A lot of times we'll confuse postpartum OCD with psychosis or even bipolar disorder, or they'll dismiss it with new sort of parent anxiety. And so a lot of times OCD happens between the ears. And it's like this cycle of here's a trigger, maybe the baby's crying, then you have a thought, and then it's like obsessive, there's something wrong with the baby. And most new parents will have anxiety, which would be characterized by what if? What if something happens? What if something goes wrong with the baby? But with OCD, that perseveration, that like thinking about it over and over, you can't get the record off the record player, not just with like the health of the baby or the obsessiveness over sleep or obsessiveness over feeding. It can happen in a relationship too, right? A lot of times a postpartum mom might get obsessed over, well, my partner is cheating, right? And so here we've got like stalking internet stuff that might happen. That's sort of an example. Or the obsessiveness over, did the baby get enough milk, and the kind of like getting a home scale and weighing baby every time. And that's, of course, different than if someone has a NICU baby who needs to gain weight or something like that. But we're talking about that difference between most of us have anxious thoughts. Maybe they
Mhm.
last 5 to 30 seconds, and then we can let them go. And with OCD, it's going to be intrusive, it's going to be recurring. And while it absolutely can be like dropping a baby or getting in a car accident or any number of things that people kind of have an unwanted, intrusive image come into their brain, it can also be that sort of perseveration about like health and well being. And it's usually characterized by that checking behavior. So if you have a birthing parent who's like on the computer constantly asking Dr. Google and like over and over and over 45 minutes later, time has gone by, that's a good probably indicator that this is more than just a brief new parent moment, that that's anxiety.